Huh?
No,
Uh, what time you start?
they don't count down. I'm gonna tell them. I think we should do count at 6.
Yeah, because the show gonna start at 6:30. It should start at 6:30
Yeah.
over 6:30 and we count down to 10 or however long minutes.
Yes, 10 minutes.
Yeah. So,
Let's build to 10.
when?
Oh, it could be long. on the only Kid Vicious.
It was good. It was great. It's your boy Phil.
We'll see how I'm feeling.
Love the jersey. It's a nice jersey. Nice. Hmm. Okay. You said it's called what again? Okay. When we're off, send the link through the chat. Like, yeah. Mhm. Yeah. We gotta start with the Packers game. We gotta start with that game. Hopefully you weren't too upset, KB. I told you, tried to warn you. You know, I told you guys you were gonna lose. Um,
Alright. First off, fuck Jordan Love. He's a little bitch. Cause like I'm looking at his stats right now, bro. I mean, the brother can fill up a stat sheet, as Stephen A says, bro. He can definitely fill up a stat sheet, bro. But you make all your stupid mistakes when the game is on the line. And I'll admit, sometimes I'm premature with him because sort of fight back some games. Like this game, we fought back, but I know our defense cannot. I forgot how long we had before the quarter was over, and it was the fourth quarter. I know they can't play defense for that long. Like, come on. Like Jordan Love, like I hate to keep blaming it on him, but it's him. Cause he'll throw a costly interception. Like I wish he was like Kenny Pickett, bro. Get him out of the way. Like in the first quarter, get him out of the way. Not when the game is on the line. Like that's when he decides to throw interceptions. And he throws interceptions where the tide of the game turns, bro. And at times where the game is moving slow. The momentum is slow in the game. And just seeing how long it's taken us getting down the field, that's how I know he's not clutch. We are used to a clutch quarterback in Aaron Rodgers. We can be down a touchdown, down a field goal with 2 minutes left because we know, and we could depend on Aaron Rodgers to get us either a touchdown or get us down there. Now, our kicker, he's now retired. I forgot his name. I'm glad he retired because he really frustrated me his last year in that one game. I don't even remember who we were playing, but he was just missing field goals all game. But him and Aaron Rodgers, they were very in sync. Like, he'll get him down there. He's like, all right, he's already warming up and he's coming out there to go kick our field goal. But Jordan Love, God damn it. And another thing I want to mention about the Packers, like how we play as a team is very dependent on our quarterback. It really is, and it just shows through the whole team. Jordan Love, him being nervous and unsure all the time, is causing the rest of the team to be unsure. Like, damn. And that means injuries to key players, bro. I knew this was going to be a problem when we set up there all offseason trading away people. I knew this was going to be a problem. I knew it was. And then we have injuries coming into the season. Like, come on, Jordan Love. But let me get to this game. Jordan Love, you lost to the Broncos. The freaking Broncos. How am I doing on time? Where I'm at? I don't give a damn shit. Jordan Love, you lost to the fucking Broncos, man. The fucking Broncos. Like, what the hell, my guy? You suck. Leave Green Bay. Run him out of Green Bay like they're trying to do Matt Canada. Run him out. I am beyond mad. We have never, what are we, 2-4? We've never had a record like that. Never. We've never started a season off that bad. Like, what the fuck? What are we, the fucking Falcons? The Falcons start off seasons like that. Come on. And I'm not throwing shade, which I am, but I am throwing shade. But that's documented proof. I don't know if it was a season ago, but you guys started off super slow. And then y'all picked it up mid-season. But yeah, like the Broncos, you're not playing Peyton Manning. You're not. You're playing Russell Wilson. The man has not been being Russell Wilson for a while now. He hasn't. I'm sorry. The score can tell you that. Come on. Fucking bullshit, man. That's all I gotta fucking say about that shit. You're gonna make me lose my voice. Jordan Love, you freaking suck. This is more than breaking hearts, bro. You're doing it on purpose at this point, bro. Come on. And these are not blowouts. These are close games. Like, damn, bro. Defense, get it together, too. I'm not just going to be on Jordan Love all night. Defense, get it together. Get in the gym. You guys need to get your stamina up like I do. Gotta get your stamina up, bro, because y'all get so fatigued so easily. Come on. Like, what happened? Our defense looked, like I said, we traded away a lot of people. Our defense was fine. GMs, do your jobs. Stop doing this on purpose. You're just doing this to cut finances, to save money. Spend it. Spend the money. Waste the money. Keep these players. We don't need this shit every year where we got to get used to each other. Cuz that was last year and this year. Like, dang, bro. Be smart and get Devontae back. You know, he can mentor these young receivers, man. Fuck, bro. This is some bull shit. And my apologies, Miss Dean, for
You are
cussing so
now
much.
at 6 minutes,
But
my brother.
but I am just really, really mad with Jordan Love and this defense. Like this defense, come on. Come on. Go over some 2-minute defensive drills or whatever you gotta do. Just get it together. This season is over. If we win another game, I'll be surprised. The season is over. It's over. We didn't even have a shot to get in the playoffs because he's playing like shit, man. All right, I'm done. I know that was over, but bro, you guys shouldn't have started with the Packers, bro. Y'all should have kept them for last. I was going over with the Packers, bro.
I guess I'll go ahead and go. I'm actually gonna stay at the 3 minute mark with mine. Not just playing. I knew you had a lot to say, and I wanted to hear. I was very interested in what you had to say. First with Jordan Love. I'm not a Packers fan, so I'm going to speak from a different perspective. I know that's probably really tough and heartbreaking, like you said, to have to deal with what he's been producing and able to do these last few weeks. But you also got to understand that's part of being a young quarterback. And I know it's his fourth or fifth year, and he set and developed under Aaron Rodgers. But at the end of the day, you don't get better at football unless you play it. And practice is not playing like you play football in practice, of course, but you need real game action and scenarios. This is Jordan Love's first season of getting that experience on the NFL level. So I mean, with quarterback being the hardest position to play, he's going to experience growing pains and he's going to struggle. I just think that, of course, I wouldn't give up on him. I'll continue to believe in him and just allow him to get better and play football. I mean, I know it's a rough start. I mean, Packers Nation, I know y'all aren't used to what 2-4. I mean, that's terrible. But like I said, I mean, it's you guys are kind of in a rebuilding phase, anyways. But more of my thing, just don't give up on Jordan Love. Keep letting him grow and develop as a player. Second, I'm sick of you disrespecting and dissing the Falcons. We have
I
nothing to do with you
The
guys.
Falcons are
We
the
beat
only team
you.
I
It's
have
it's
other
over.
facts about.
And
The
no,
Steelers, I don't watch
I'm
them
not even
enough.
gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie. I screenshotted what you did on your story, but I had to delete it for space. But I think at the top of my head, it was like, imagine having the same record or worse record than the Falcons. What do we have to do with you? Why do you always
Bro,
got
I've
us in your
told you
mouth?
time and time again, I hate the Falcons more than I hate the Steelers. I have years of hate for the Falcons. The Steelers, I'm just getting started because
Nah, yeah, I
the
mean,
Steelers, it's a love-hate relationship. I'll admit that. You can clip it. But for the Falcons, it's a straight hate relationship. It's straight hate. It makes
I
me
mean,
sick when you guys win,
I
especially on
understand
weeks
that
when
because
we lost.
the Falcons, we've been whooping the Packers for some years. I mean, you go back, Mike Vick, I think in his third year, went to Lambeau in the freezing cold, beat Brett Favre. Who can forget the NFC Championship game in 2016 when we absolutely wiped the floor with you guys? You came to I think it was the Georgia Dome. It was the last season, the Georgia Dome. And then, of course, we beat you. I mean, we always beat you guys. I mean, I
And then we
understand
beat you
why,
the year
but
after. We beat you the year after.
yeah,
Come on now.
no, that finally. So, fine. What's your record against us? Like, I don't know. But just believe in Jordan Love. Keep my team out your mouth. I really never talk about the Packers. You keep my team
Hey,
out your
hey,
mouth.
hey. All right, Will. All right, Will. I'm gonna keep it in my mouth, bro. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep your team in my mouth. Pause on that other part. That sounded a little, sus. But yeah, I'm gonna keep talking about the Falcons. Oh yeah. Don't worry, more stories to come. More stories to come. I don't give a damn. I don't I mean, I'll say this real quick, real quick. I'll be quick as fuck. I'll say this, I'll say this, Kenny Pickett and Jordan Love. The difference between them is Kenny Pickett can adjust when he's making a mistake, making mistakes. He's able to adjust and get it back to, and reel it back in. Jordan Love, once he makes a mistake, I feel like sometimes he's just going down and down. It's getting worse and worse and worse, and then he tries to fix it at the end, and we lose or we barely win. I I told you guys. I all offseason I was like, oh, he's gonna be trash. He's gonna be trash. And then he got my hopes up with that high scoring game with the Bears. And since then, that's why I'm upset every week because man, you did all this against the Bears. Then after that, you did something that Aaron Rodgers was not doing in the last few seasons he was with us. We were only beating them by a touchdown, but you beat them by multiple touchdowns. So I thought he was like, I was like, maybe I'm wrong. I mean, and then the games he did play when Aaron Rodgers was hurt. I mean, one of them was against the Chiefs, and the Chiefs were they're top tier still, but they were really top tier, and he held his own in that game. I don't know how old that little bitch is, because that's what he is to me. I'm sorry. I hate Jordan Love right now, bro. I mean, I mean, I hate, I hate coaches being very patient with them, you know. So that
Yeah, and then real
it's
quick,
hard.
like
It's hard to be patient. I'm like Phil said, I'm a Packers fan. We have never had seasons like this. This is tough. This is tough to watch.
yeah, but real quick, I think the Kenny Pickett situation is a little different. I feel because Kenny Pickett, he's an older quarterback for the year that he's in. Like he's in his second year, but he's a year older than Jordan Love, who is in his third and fourth year. So I think we take more or we accept more from Kenny Pickett the mistakes that he makes because we think of him as a second year quarterback. Well, I think you need to think of Jordan Love like this is his rookie season. This is his first year starting. He's basically a rookie quarterback. I mean, out there. So I mean, he's like barbecue was saying, just take time, allow him to. to develop. I know that's much easier said than done coming from somebody not a fan of the Packers. That's what you gotta do. Yeah, of course, I love to see the Saints go down, but speaking of the Saints don't look good. The Saints do not look good. I know Derek Carr. I think he's dealing with a shoulder injury, but yeah, the Saints nevertheless do not look good. But I want to also show a lot of credit to the Jaguars. They have been quietly on a 4-game win streak, I believe, where I know they beat us, then they beat the Bills, they beat someone else, and then the Saints. So they're quietly becoming one of the better teams in the AFC and even the league. But the Saints got some issues that they need to figure out. But of course, I'm hoping they don't, or I don't care if they figure it out or not. But yeah, shout out to the Jags.
Oh yeah, I was just about to tell you about that. Yeah, I can hear you
Yeah,
fine. I can hear you fine.
Yeah. All right. There we go. For some reason, I don't know why my OBS would just automatically reset my audio mixer so where it doesn't pick up my microphone. It's super weird. So it was going off of just Discord, which was really weird. I don't know why it keeps doing that. But all right, we're back now. All right. So what were you saying, KB?
Okay, yeah, I was gonna mention that. And what game are we talking about? Because that just threw me off.
Jags Saints.
Jackson Saints.
Hey Rick,
Man, I
how's it
wanted
going?
the Saints to win so Phil would be upset. Like, I mean, I know like a lot of Falcons fans, I don't know about Phil, but yeah, I do know about Phil. A lot of Falcons fans, it's like pulling teeth to get them to give the Saints a little props at how they're doing. Like, I feel like they have the most personal rivalry out of all rivalries in present day. I feel like they do because like any other only other rivalry I can think of is like Redskins, Cowboys, but that's a very
Commander,
outdated. You said what?
Commanders.
I don't give a damn shit. They
You
still
you
play the
you gotta
same
give
way.
a damn.
The Commanders and Cowboys. Like that is an outdated rivalry. That's a rivalry I didn't grow up on. I know about it, but I didn't grow up on. So out of the rivalries that I have grew up on, the Saints and the Falcons rivalry is like it's so personal because they live together. They live in Atlanta. They are amongst each other all the time. So it's so personal. And like Phil is not gonna give the Saints their prop. But I feel like Derek Carr is not the quarterback for the Saints. And yeah, I mean the Jaguars,
He's
yeah, they're doing good. They're doing good. Finally, Cause I just thought at some point last year, I don't know how they did. I don't think they did bad last year, but I felt like, damn, Trevor Lawrence. I just, like I feel like for me, when it comes to like rookies and stuff and people that are just starting like Jordan Love, I feel like you keep hyping them up. I expect that what you're hyping them up to be. I don't expect my mindset doesn't automatically go, oh, he's trying to still work out the kinks and stuff, trying to get used to everything. No, I have the mindset if you're hyping him up this much, he should hit the ground running. Not saying he's not gonna make any mistakes, but yeah, Trevor Lawrence. I mean, I just thought I call him the male model because he looks like a male model to me, like in like one of those movies, like a German male model to me. The male model. I mean, he's starting to look good. He's starting to play pretty good. But yeah, the Jaguars they're probably a sneaky good team. Yeah, but the Saints get it together because you guys are like what Bubba Dub calls you guys are acting like the Aints. That's what you guys are playing like in that game, like the Aints. Come on now, Saints. I know that was under 3 minutes.
I have no idea what that was under because I didn't time it. But yeah, Saints are not looking good. I think other than the Carolina, I think they have one of the lowest wins this season. I could be wrong. I haven't looked at all the stats, but I think they might have one of the lowest.
I just feel like I feel like all the good teams are in the middle of a rebuild. Like all the ones that had no, not all the good teams, all the ones that had legendary quarterbacks are all scrambling right now to figure out how we're gonna play after this Hall of Fame quarterback. And I feel like the Packers are one of those teams. I feel like the Saints are another team that's like that. And
Yeah, I mean,
I probably can think of some more, but yeah. I would say the
it's
Chargers,
definitely
but I would say the Chargers, but I mean, I don't know how they're doing this season, but Phillip Rivers was good, but he wasn't huge impact. Maybe early on, but like see, I really watched Phillip Rivers because he didn't go far, he didn't go to the playoffs and stuff, but he probably did at some point in his career, but I really didn't watch Phillip Rivers like that. I knew of him. He was one of those quarterbacks I knew of, so I really can't speak on the Chargers. But yeah, I feel like the Saints are one of those teams where they're trying to figure out how they play without their Hall of Fame quarterback now that he's retired.
yeah, I mean, it's definitely a transition when you go from a Hall of Fame quarterback to having to move on to life without them. But I mean, I think that's why it's also on management and the hires up to make sure that that you draft a quarterback. You at least want to be a year early, but maybe 2, even 3 years early, really as early as you can be, so you can already develop a quarterback. Like I feel like even though it doesn't seem like it's working out right now, I feel like the Packers did a good job doing that with Jordan Love. The Chargers did a good job doing that with drafting Justin Herbert. Um, so it's just about having that next quarterback in line to replace a Hall of Famer. The Saints did not do that. Drew Brees, the writing was on the wall for the last. Let's just be real. The last 3 years, especially two, though, the writing was on the wall, and they made no moves to try and get a younger quarterback and develop him. Or even Jameis Winston, man. And I hate to go long on this topic. Jameis Winston is not a bad quarterback, and I think especially right now, he gives the Saints a better chance to win than Derek Carr right now because he just seems injured and not right. I know Jameis Winston, he's huge boom and huge buzz. His highs is really high, but his lows are like in the basement low. But I mean, I would give him a shot.
Yeah, I just feel like I don't know. I should have expected that out of Jordan Love because Aaron Rodgers was not going to allow him to come out there and get his reps in like he should have. Because like I remember, I hate to go back to the Packers, but I remember one game where Aaron Rodgers was just totally like looking bad against the Giants when they still had Eli, and the coach was warming up the backup, and he was like, "No, no." So I was like, "Yeah, Jordan Love," and then you're not giving him the help he needs with the receivers. He's not going to be. He's going to be unwilling to guide Jordan Love or to even allow him to get some reps in. So yeah, I feel like you said, 2 years, 3 years. Felt like they should have did it a few years back, not at such a dramatic time with Aaron Rodgers. So yeah, but yeah, barbecue, you can go.
Sorry, I was just looking for the Penguins game. Apparently, it's not in my region this week. So, but yeah, Jaguars. I would be lying if I would say I'm not scared to go against them this week. You guys will see that whenever we choose our predictions. Um, but yeah, Jags. Good on them. They're a team that you wouldn't expect to be good. Like Phil said, they kind of came out of nowhere with that. Uh, I feel like with the London games, they were kind of hyping up the team a lot, and that's where they kind of got their momentum from. Because I think before that, they lost both games. Before they
They
went.
they won the first game against the Colts, and then they lost their second game.
Okay, and then they lost to the Texans. So yeah, I think a lot of that does have to do with London, because I mean, it's not every day you get to go to London, let alone like 2 weeks at a time. Like you got to stay in London for 2 weeks. Um, like who says that they get the chance to do that? Like I know my work won't send me to London for 2 weeks. But yeah, so I think good for them. Hopefully we'll see them in the Super Bowl this year. I probably wouldn't go that far. It's still early in the season, but yeah, good for them. Happy for their fans. Even though I don't think I know any Jacksonville fans. Um, but yeah, next team will be Falcons off with their big win this weekend against the Buccaneers. Since Phil is a Falcons fan, I'm gonna let him go. Take it off.
Yeah, I won't go too long on this. We made this game a lot harder than it needed to be. We should have won by 2 or 3 touchdowns, but nevertheless, we did get the win. A win is a win. We shot ourselves in the foot with a lot of mistakes. We had 2 fumbles at the red zone. We had a touchdown run by Desmond Ritter where he fumbled out the end zone, which was a touchback. So I mean, you're talking about six you're talking about like 13 points given away right there. But but we stayed in it. Our defense came up clutch with an interception on Baker Mayfield towards the end of the game. Desmond Ritter, like I said, it just the roller coaster. He didn't really play great during the game, but final drive needed to get field goal range. He came through. So I mean, that's really all you can ask for out your quarterback. As far as the Buccaneers side go, I mean, I would be mad if I was a Bucks fan because the Falcons, we're clear. I don't want to say clearly, but we are the better team. But we gave the Buccaneers every opportunity to stay in the game and to win the game, and they just couldn't come up and then take advantage of it. But like I said, a win is a win. Shout out to Young Wei Koo, one of the best kickers in the league with the game winner. And yeah, man, feels good coming up with a win.
First off, great win, Falcons. An important win for the Falcons. It was a division game. You needed to win this. It was an important game. I'm looking here at the standings. Yeah, you guys needed to win this game
Yeah.
because they would have became first place in your division if they had won the game. So yeah, first off, good job. And I've always had this Desmond Ritter quarterback. It's so weird, bro. It's so weird with me and Phil. Phil, yeah, he shows love to his quarterback, But at first, Phil was just he was negative of Desmond Ritter, and I was negative of Jordan Love, and he was positive of Jordan Love. It's weird. So yeah, Desmond Ritter, he's a great quarterback, man. It's
No,
just he's not great. He's not great. He's better than Jordan Love. But Desmond Ritter, is he a rookie? Is this his rookie season?
this is his second season, but he started 4 games last year. So I mean, this is really that add-on to his rookie season. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I mean, he's a good quarterback. He sometimes he can be shaky, but good job Falcons. He won a very important game. There's not much I can disrespect you guys on because yeah, I had to work this Sunday, so I didn't get to watch a lot of the games. I didn't get to watch the Falcons at 1 o'clock, so I really can't say anything about them this week. Is lucky about that. I don't have much I can say about them, but yeah, good job on the Falcons. But I also want to mention that I'm eating candy corn, and you guys have said nothing about it.
I mean, I
I
already
didn't
said
even.
my opinions on it.
But yeah,
Uh,
but anyways, that's what I have to say about the Falcons.
Um, I'm part Falcons fan. So I don't want to say get too excited yet because that always comes to bite us in the butt. We get too excited and then we lose 5 straight games. That's just how it goes. But was a great game. Bucks aren't the best this season, but that's still a win's a win. As I always say, as Phil always say, as KB hates us saying. Um, yeah, great job on the Falcons. They came into Florida, did business, got out. It's pretty much what you got to do. And I really got nothing else to say.
and
Harsh,
two more things real quick. I see. So shout out to Rick in the chat. He said that Ritter shows signs of being a real pro QB that shows signs of being lost. And yes, like seriously, that's why I say he's the roller coaster, man. I mean, Desmond Ritter will have throws and some drives where you're like, wow, like that's amazing, or like that's really great. Like, okay, we can work with this. Like you could actually you could be something. And then it's like the very next driver, the very next play, he's throwing the ball 5 feet behind Kyle Pitts. He's throwing the pick six. He's fumbling at the goal line. He's fumbling through the end zone. He can't catch a snap. And it's like now you don't even look like an NFL quarterback. So if he could if he could just take his real highs and his real lows, at least come to in between, I mean, that's all I can really ask for as a Falcons fan. But and also I will say I'm not even trying to be biased, but I'm just looking at our schedule. I'm not gonna say we're gonna win every game. I'm not gonna say we're gonna finish the season undefeated. But if you look at our schedule, every single game is winnable. There's not a game on this schedule that you can look at unless you're just trying to hate and say that the Falcons are going to lose. There's no game on here. I think every game is a winnable game that we can go in and possibly win.
Another positive thing I want to say about the Falcons. I'm going to be very positive with the Falcons today. The Falcons are the type of team where I feel like you guys can win any game, no matter what you guys have had. You guys have always been at a level to where you can beat any team. It's just all about staying hunkered down and winning the game. Because the Falcons to me are almost like a young 15-year-old kid first learning how to drive, and they're on the gas and they're coming off the gas. They're just coming. I mean, pull up. They're on the gas and then they're braking, and it's just not enough because consistency. I guess I'm trying to say like the Falcons are the type of team you can't celebrate early with. You guys can be any team. I feel like you can because even though I say I hate the Falcons, I avidly watch you guys each year because it's the easiest game to find on TV. That's the only reason, Phil. I don't got to sit up here and search for it. That's the only reason. And you guys, and I'll admit, some season I have secretly low key rooted for the Falcons in certain games. And I'll even say this: the Super Bowl against Tom Brady. I'll admit this: I was low key rooting for you guys just a little bit to win the game. And then, of course, you did the regular Falcon stuff,
All
and
right, we can change the topic.
you guys
Change
just
Yeah.
fucked it up. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. You guys
the
are a team that can win any game. You just gotta hunker down, keep your foot on the gas, and don't break at all. Have always had the level to where you can beat any team.
That's the most unbiased and one of the best takes you've ever had. That's amazing.
Now the Steelers, oh, I can't wait till I get to you guys because I got some stuff because I was correct on something about when it comes to the Steelers, even though they won.
All right. Next up is the Steelers. So I'm gonna go first.
Yeah, get it out because
I'm gonna go
I'm
first.
ready, get it out because I'm ready to hop down your
Um,
throat. No homo. Pause. I'm ready.
I am super happy they won. Birthday weekend too. I was coming out of sidelines, a very happy man, and oh, we could have won by so much more, but I'm just happy we won. Uh, Kenny Pickett with that rushing drive, and just the whole thing played out beautifully. I'm not gonna lie, I got a little nervous second quarter. Um, we were up by 3, and then the Rams were up by 9. Or we had 3, they had 9. And then third quarter, we came back a little bit. Whatever they said in the locker room worked. We were up 7, they were up 8. And then fourth quarter kind of just was over for them. We were up by 14. They didn't score any. And it ended up being 24-17. But I will say, people say the Steelers are bad, but we actually aren't as bad as people think. Being 4-2 in the what are we?
AFC North.
AFC North. Being 4-2 in the AFC North is more difficult than people think. We got the Bengals, who aren't really good this year, but still. The Ravens. I mean, Browns are really never good, but still, being 4-2 isn't easy. Actually, in really any division, except maybe AFC South, maybe. But still, I mean, we're talking about professionals, like professional football players. Any week could be a flip flop. No one knows what's gonna happen. But Steelers, just like the Falcons, came into LA, did their business, got out. A lot of people were there. More Steeler fans than. Wait, was that this week? More Steeler fans than LA fans? I think that was this week. We're there. That just proves how good of a fan base we are. We would travel anywhere, even to the West Coast. Do I got that right? West Coast?
That's good.
Yeah, we'll travel anywhere. I believe last year when we went up against the Falcons, there was more black and gold in there than Falcons fans. Like, we are an unbelievable fan base, and I feel like we don't get credit for that. Um, yeah, I mean, I'm just super happy for this team. Super excited to see what we have in store for the rest of the season. I'm not just saying I'm gonna go to bad stuff here in a second, but let me enjoy my victory. Yeah, unfortunately, there were some bad things about this game that I didn't like. Uh, Kenny Pickett, he needs to warm up. We need to stop him from having to warm up. He needs to be ready at all times. Yeah, he just I don't know what he's doing. Some of the plays, like he just does completely. He's like Desmond Ritter. You don't know how consistent he's gonna be. Except he is a little more consistent than Desmond Ritter. Not trying to throw shade, but that's just
True.
just a little fact. And it just made my heart so warm that one of the best quarterbacks of all time. We talked about him last week.
Terry Bradshaw.
Yeah, Terry Bradshaw said Kenny is the one for the Steelers. Kenny is the Steelers quarterback. That just warms my heart. Because that coming from one of the greatest in the NFL, and you can't even deny that he's one of the greatest because he's in the Hall of Fame. And has multiple Super Bowl wins. Just him saying that is just so surreal. Like, I bet that was even more surreal for Kenny Pickett. Like, just one of the greats saying that he is the one. He is the beauty child of the Steelers now. I think even Ben said it too this week. Like, just two of the best quarterbacks. Just so good. I cannot wait to see what else he has. But I will say he does have some work to do. Can't be leaving your car unlocked and people having stealing your playbook, like what happened. I think last season, someone stole his playbook out of his car. Can't do that. I know that's kind of old news, but man, is Kenny great. And can we talk about TJ Watt? The best defensive player in the league right now. You cannot deny that. And the fact that the NFL is disrespecting him by saying Myles Garrett Defensive Player of the Year on their socials, that's just disrespectful. If you put them side by side.
Hate aside, please objectively say this. Be careful, bro, because you're talking about Myles Garrett. Even though he plays for the
I am being objective. Have you seen their stats side by side?
I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna have to agree with KV only because I can understand you saying that's your guy. He's on your team, and I can understand you saying that he's better. I can understand and respect the argument, but it's not disrespectful at all. I know he plays for the Browns. Barbecue. Me and you have the same feelings about the Browns. But damn it, that brother can play. He is legit. I do think TJ Watt. I do think he's a little better. but like Miles Garrett is like right here. I mean, he's having a hell of a season too. So
You
you
gotta
can feel TJ's better. Man. I don't think it's disrespect
you
because
gotta
Miles
look at
Garrett's really good.
their stats side by side. Regular season, uh, T.J. Watt has more wins. Playoffs, Garrett has more wins. Like you just gotta look at the stats. I'm not even trying to be biased or anything. Like just look at the stats. The stats say everything. But that aside, T.J. Watt, I still think is the best defensive player in the league right now. Um, yeah, he had a heck of a game. Troy Polamalu was there, which man, I didn't realize how short he was. But it was just a great game, great day for football in general. Unfortunately, I did not get to see the Falcons game. By the time we were there, because it was a 4 o'clock game, we had the Steelers. I caught a little bit at the end of the Falcons game. We had the Steelers and Green Bay on. I think Chargers was starting up too. But man, was that a game! And then I looked over and saw Green Bay losing by 9 in like the first quarter. I immediately was like, oh, KB's doing his tantrum right now, probably.
There will be a tantrum video. I just haven't had the time yet. There will be one. Right now, I'm tired, bro. But yeah, there will be a tantrum video coming out soon this week. There will be. If he doesn't win this game, you might get 3. This next game against the Vikings, which I feel like we're probably going to lose, we might get 3. But yeah.
All right, on to Monday Night Football. 49ers.
You don't even let me talk about it?
Fine, I guess you can talk about it.
Damn, shit. I will say, you guys, great game. Quinn, glad they won on your birthday. That was my gift to you. I literally said it to you. Phil was the only one who said they were going to lose.
No, Phil said they
No,
were
wait,
gonna win.
no, I did not.
We all agreed they were gonna win.
No, at first you did, and then you changed it.
Who, me? Nah,
Yeah,
because
I
I
told you
I had
other
George
people.
Pickens starting on my team, so I wanted them to win.
Oh, all right. Anyways, let me go into my spiel. First off, I want to say I was wrong. I said coming out of their bye week, they're going to take a L. But I was also right that you guys do not run the AFC North at all. Because who's in front of you guys? The Ravens. And you're you guys talk a lot of shit about the Browns, but you're neck and neck with them for second place. You're both 4-2. So whoever loses the next game takes second place. You guys are neck and neck you guys are battling for second place. Like almost like when you look at the stats that go into picking who's in what spot, you guys are pretty close. Yeah, your percentage is the exact same number. The rest of the stuff is a little off. But yeah, you guys, great game. But that I just wanted to point that out that I was correct that you guys didn't run the AFC North like I told you, and that you guys are you guys are neck and neck with the Steelers. I mean, not the Steelers, the Browns. The only reason you guys are second is because of few stats, like I just said, that goes into picking who's in which spot. That's all I want to say. But yeah, good job that you guys got a win. I'm so happy for you guys, but it's still fuck the Steelers till I die. But yeah, that's all I gotta say.
Yeah. I got the stats pulled up for Miles Garrett and TJ Watt on ESPN. And they're very similar. I mean, Miles Garrett has 16 solo tackles, 22 in total. He has 7.5 sack, 3 forced fumbles. While TJ Watt, he has 16 total tackles, 12 solo, 8 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, and an interception. So more, they're both dominant. They're both great. They're both one of the best defensive players in the league and one of the best in their position. But like I said, I mean, it could go either way between best defensive player and defensive player of the year race. By the way, Miles Garrett jumped over the whole Colts line to block a field goal that last game too, which was like I said, I mean, they're both great. I just wanted to read out that because I was curious.
Um, next game would be Dolphins Eagles. Man, I mean, two of the greatest teams this season, undoubtedly. But out of if two Giants fight, one of them has to lose. But by this, I mean, I wasn't expect. I was expecting it to be a little closer than this. 17-31, Eagles won.
Yeah, I mean, the the Dolphins are the type of team where I don't think they're easy, but I think really what you have to do is most teams, because the Eagles said it, go when you're playing the Dolphins going into the game, you know that you're not going to outscore them. They're just too talented. They have too many pieces. So how do you beat them? You play keep away. You try to hold and possess the ball on offense as much as possible and keep their offense off the field from scoring. And that's really what the Eagles did. They had really long methodical drives down the field that were able to keep the Dolphins' dynamic offense off the field. And the Dolphins' defense just is not really that good. They are missing. I know this last game, Jalen Ramsey still hasn't come back, and they're missing their second best corner, Xavier Howard. So they're definitely going to help the defense out a lot. But but yeah, I mean, Dolphins defense isn't good, but that's really how you beat them. You just got to keep their offense off the field because if you allow them to stay on the field, I mean, no, I don't think anyone in the NFL can compete with that explosiveness and firepower that they have.
Yeah, like Barbecue said, I thought this game would be a lot closer. This game I actually got home in time to watch from beginning to end. Definitely thought this game would be a lot closer. I didn't think it would be such a shutout, but like Phil said, they took their time. And speaking of Jalen Ramsey, I see him on I don't know if you guys watch other podcasts because I do. I don't know. I know Barbecue you do, but what's that one? Undisputed, I believe, where they're in like a barbershop type setting.
Are you talking
I
about no, that's I think it's called The Shot with LeBron show or that he was on.
Yeah, I think it's called the shop. My bad, not
Yeah.
undisputed. But yeah, Jalen Ramsey was on that show. He's like, "Oh yeah, I'm the best. I'm the best." Like, man, Jalen Ramsey really be feeling himself, bro. He said, "I've never been Moss at all in my career. Like he showed like what kind of Moss. He was talking about like where a receiver was behind him and caught the ball and mossed him. But I have seen Jalen Ramsey. He's a great cornerback. But I just wanted to say that Jalen Ramsey, hey, get back up, stay healthy, be on the field if you're gonna talk all that tough talk, bro. Like you the best, bro. Like, oh my god, because he's one of the best, but he was just talking like he was like the absolute best corner in the league. And I don't really follow cornerbacks, but I just feel like no. The last few seasons that I've watched him play, even with the Rams, I wasn't that impressed when he played with the Rams. I really wasn't at all. And then I forgot he got traded to Miami. I haven't seen, has he played any this year? I haven't seen him play.
No.
Yeah, he just all I want to say to Jalen Ramsey, hey bro, I know you're probably not gonna see this shit. It's very rare if you see this shit, bro. But chill, bro. Come on. just get back, healthy, and then go out there and talk your shit when you're winning versus where you're just hurt and you haven't played a game this season. Yeah. But yeah, I expected it to be a whole lot closer. But they're the Dolphins, and you know how I say teams have their auras, and the Dolphins look like Dolphins of old. So yeah. And then the Eagles, hey, the Eagles are they didn't take another L like
Hey,
the
Mikey.
49ers did after they took their first one this year. So props to them. I hope they make it to the Super Bowl and win because I'm a Jalen Hurts fan. I like Jalen Hurts. So yeah, that's all I have to say.
All right, last game of week 7, and then we can go into the week 8 predictions. 49ers Vikings. Man, 49ers are on a losing streak. They lost. First loss was to the Browns. I know we made fun of them a lot for that last week. By we, I mean me. But the Vikings, 2 not so great teams in a row. Man, that's gotta hurt. I mean, at least they kept it close, but still, it's just. But I don't think they're going to. It's going to be a trend. I think they're going to come back. Especially, who do they play this week? Bengals. Especially against the Bengals, I do think. What's his name? Let's see real quick. Joe Burrow. Is he healthy yet, or is he still iffy?
Yeah, he's still dealing with that calf injury.
Yeah, I think just because Joe Burrow isn't 100%, I think they win that. But yeah, especially like they were undefeated. Like you couldn't be like the Eagles and then just lose one and then just come back immediately. But I don't know. Another team I think might go to the Super Bowl. Again, a little early, but they show potential.
All I gotta say about this, good job. Well, no, scratch that shit. That's the fucking Vikings. My bad. Fuck the Vikings. I hate both these teams. I hate the 49ers more because they literally kept us out of the playoffs the last few years with Aaron Rodgers when he was still playing with us. So definitely fuck them. But yeah, it was a good game. Captain Kirk led his team to victory. So yeah, without their star receiver, so that's good.
Yeah, the 49ers definitely make me look terrible because I said they were going to destroy the Vikings as a bounce back win, and I said it wasn't even going to be a game. But hey, I'm a man. I was terribly wrong. But I want to give the Vikings more credit than anything. I mean, they played a great game. Kirk Cousins had a hell of a game. They went out there, they played great football, and they won. As far as the 49ers go, I said after the last week loss, if I'm a fan, I'm not worried at all. After this week, I'm still not pressured. I'm still not pressing the panic button, but I am getting a little concerned, I'll say, especially with this game, your defense not looking as dominant as we thought. I will say though, if you guys lose this game coming up against the Bengals, which would be 3 straight losses, I'm pressing the panic button. But I don't think they'll lose. So like I said, I'm concerned. I'm still not panicking. The Niners are still a great team. I still believe they are ultimately the best team in the league. So yeah, I mean, shout out to the Vikings though.
All right. So primetime games tonight. Bills, Bucks. Who do you think we're gonna get?
For me, I am going to give with the Bills Mafia. I don't think I have won against them yet this year. I may have once, but majority of this year I've been on their side. So I'm going to go with the Bills Mafia. I'm probably not going to watch the game because basketball's on, and that's more important. But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna go with the Bills.
Um, this is going to be a closer game than what everyone thinks. The Bills almost lost to the Giants a couple weeks ago, and then they lost to the Patriots, both teams who are not good at all this season. And the Bucks, they're not a terrible team. So like I'm kind of conflicted because of course for selfish reasons I would want the Bucks to lose to help our standings and stuff. But I kind of want to see the Bills lose too. I don't know why. I'm not a Josh Allen guy. Um, but I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna pick the Bills to win. But this is actually an interesting Thursday night game. I'm probably gonna tune into this. But I'm gonna pick the Bills.
Yeah, first time in a while we've actually gotten a decent Thursday night game. I think last week who did we get last week? Jags Saints, and the week before Broncos Chiefs. So Bears Commanders early October. Like finally we're getting a good Thursday night game. I'm gonna go Bills just because I like them a bit more. I like their odds. Next game will be Steelers Jags. This pains me. This pains me so much to say, but I'm gonna have to go Jags on this one. I think I'm the first one out of all three of us to go against, or not root against, but vote for the other team this season. It's just on paper the Jags are better, and I mean we're pretty much tied because we had our bye week already. They haven't, so we played one less game. But yeah, I'm gonna go Jags. I hope I'm wrong. I really do. But just the way they've been looking, they're on a 5-game winning or what 3-4 game winning streak. I like their odds better, so I'm gonna go Jags.
This is a tough one because you just mentioned the streak. How long can they hold that streak for? Is my question for the Jaguars. And then the Steelers. The Steelers, you've won 2 straight, but you guys have not shown where you guys can win 3 straight in a row this year. So, I'm actually gonna go for the.
No, we've won 3 straight.
You
No,
have?
we haven't. Hang on. No, we only won 2 straight.
Okay. For this
Are
one,
we are we counting preseason?
no, we're counting regular season.
Okay, we've only won 2 straight. We've almost won 3 straight.
Yeah, I mean, but the Steelers. See, like I just said, this is the hardest pick ever because whose streak is gonna end? And I'm gonna have to go with the Steelers on this one. I'm gonna pick the Steelers. But I also, like I did with the Commanders Falcons game, I'm gonna put a side note. I could also see them losing this game. But then, and then on that side note, we're talking about the Jaguars, a team that has just really picked it up this season and started running.
I mean, you also got to think Steelers are home, so they do have home field advantage.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick the Steelers, but side note, I can see them losing, and then I can also we're talking about the Jaguars, a team who has a history of losing seasons. So don't get too excited. But yeah, I'm gonna go with the Steelers on this one.
Yeah, this one is tough for me only because I'm letting my emotions and feelings uh kind of play a part in my pick. But I'm going to try and leave that aside because if I didn't know barbecue, I feel like I would go with the Jaguars. Because knowing barbecue is the only reason why I'm thinking Steelers. So I'm going to put that aside. I'm going to say the Jaguars are going to.
Yeah, even as a Steelers fan, um, I have multiple Steelers jerseys. I have a turtle towel literally hanging up right there. Got a Steelers blanket. I got a Penguins jersey on. I don't see them winning. I know I said we were gonna win this one a couple weeks back whenever I redid my picks, but I don't see us winning this. Obviously, I'm a Steeler at heart. Um, I hope we win. I'll be excited if we do. I want them to prove me wrong, but just the way that the Jags have been playing, I don't see it. So yeah, I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna go Jags. It pains me to say that, but uh, I don't think we're all the way there yet. And sometimes you have those games. That's one of the struggles of having a sports show is you gotta be objective even when you don't want to be. Uh, so yeah, I'm gonna pains me, but I'm gonna go Jags. Packers, Vikings. I'm gonna let KB go first because I know he probably has a lot to say. But I will say this: I will give you another chance at that deal we had. Under 3 minutes, and I'll eat three warheads in one at the end of the episode. Or
All you got to
toxic
do is
waste.
say who you think's going to win, give a quick reason why, and then you.
Bill wants to see me eat this sour candy. So
Let me know when you're.
if you don't do
Let
it
me,
for yourself, do it for Phil.
yeah, I'm kind of upset with Phil right now because me and Phil had a little basketball game today. I'm a little upset with Phil, so yeah. But we're not gonna talk about it until we get to basketball. I'm holding on to that until we get to basketball. Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Your time starts now.
Okay. It's not gonna. It's gonna be quick. Not even for the challenge. It's just gonna be quick. I don't see us winning this game. Um, this will be another historical moment. I'm going to go with the Vikings for this game because I do not see us just going in there and winning. Again, I'll be happy if we win. This is more of a morale victory because we're at 4 losses at this point on a 4 game losing streak, and so this is for a morale. Yeah, we need this victory for that reason. But I feel like the Vikings are gonna beat us because the Vikings have been contesting and they just showed they can beat a top team. So yeah, they contested the Chiefs, lost by I think 5 or 7. Not sure, I can't remember, but yeah, I'm going the Vikings.
Oh no.
Yeah. Oh, he did.
Oh no. 1 minute 7 seconds. All right. I'm gonna do warhead or toxic waste. 3 toxic wastes at once at the end of the episode. Don't let me forget.
Oh, I won't let you forget.
Yeah. But I'm actually going to go with the Packers, simply because I like Jordan Love. I mean, regardless of what you say, I do like Jordan Love. That's my little agenda. Also, the Vikings have not shown the ability this season to put up wins consistently. I think they're on an incredible high right now after beating the 49ers, like we said, one of the best teams in the league. I think they're about to get brought down to earth playing the Packers. Because one thing about rivalry games, the record doesn't matter. How your team has been performing all season doesn't matter. It's just two teams of men getting up, ready to go to battle. And I got the Packers, man. I got the Packers.
Yeah. Yeah, just check my email. I'm gonna go Packers too. Um, I think they have potential to win this game, especially at home. I said Steelers are some of the most loyal fan base in the NFL right now. They went from Pittsburgh. A lot of fan. I heard one fan went from Florida to California. Um, I feel like Packers are right up there too with their loyal fan base. The cheeseheads, as they call themselves. Um, but yeah, I see them winning home field advantage. And I feel like it'll be a comeback story for them. I hope it'll be a comeback story because I'm not gonna lie. Part of me felt really bad for KV after that game last week. That's why I was being so nice to him in the group chat. I felt really bad for him, especially against the Broncos. Uh, so yeah, if they lose this game, I'm gonna feel horrible. So I'm gonna go Packers. Next game should be an easy game. Falcons versus Titans. And since Phil is a Falcons fan, I'm gonna let him go first.
Yeah, like I was saying earlier, when I'm going through the rest of our schedule this season, I'm not gonna say we're going to win every game, but every game is a winnable game. Every game we can go into having the mindset that we can as a fan, knowing that we can realistically win. It's not a single game that I'm marking a loss on. So I'm going with the win here. I think the Titans, they've been really bad. They've been struggling with some issues. I think they're talking about trading Derrick Henry, uh, DeAndre Hopkins. They're about to blow things up, it seems like. So they're crumbling. We seem to be on the rise a little bit, first place in the division. So I'm definitely going with the Falcons, especially if we're home too. I'm definitely going.
Not home. You guys
We're
play in
not home.
Tennessee.
Desmond Ritter doesn't like playing away, but he won last week. So yeah,
Okay. The Falcons. Hey, first half of this show, I showed them love. Now I gotta be the bearer of bad news. Not just playing.
While
They're
you
on-
are
they're
going on your little spiel, I'm gonna go get some water. I'll be right back.
okay. I mean, but nah. All jokes aside, the Falcons. Like I said earlier, they're a team that can beat any team. They can. But they're also a team that it can be a lot of times it's a toss up of who's gonna win. And and one thing about the Falcons I will say, they sometimes they lose games they shouldn't lose. But I'm gonna go with the Falcons on this one because the Titans are in shambles. They are crumbling. Um if you watch football, I don't care what level of fan you are, you know that the Titans really didn't have anybody but Derrick Henry and Ryan Tannehill when he wanted to play for it. So yeah, I'm gonna go for the Falcons on this one. Sadly, I hate going for the Falcons. Like, ah, it breaks my heart every time. But yeah, I'm gonna go with the Falcons on this one.
um, I guess. Hold on. Did Okay, he's coming back. Did Barbecue say what he thought about it?
Yeah, he hasn't said it yet.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the nicest you've been to the Falcons this week. Really appreciate it. Really do.
I'm gonna go Falcons. I feel like they have a great chance, even though it is away. Yeah, I'm gonna root for the Falcons. Hope they win. They need a few wins. Hopefully, they can get the train chugging once they have a few wins. Next game is Bears Chargers Sunday night 8:20. Ooh, you know what? I feel like the Bears are gonna win. Coming off the win against the Raiders, Chargers aren't an excellent team either. I feel like with the extra, wait, did the Chargers win last week? No, they lost.
No, they
I feel like the Bears have a little extra advantage just because they're coming off a win. They have that little momentum under them. So, but also Chargers are at home. So, but either way, I'm gonna go Bears. I feel like Bears are gonna do it again this week.
For me, I hate the Bears. That's our biggest rivalry. So, not even that's my bias feeling. I'm going with the Chargers. Justin Herbert is one of my favorite quarterbacks, and he's gonna break out at some point. It may not be this season, may not be next season, but Justin Herbert is favorites, one of my favorite quarterbacks. Yeah, they're 2-4, so they're doing horrible, but he is if you just look at their record, that doesn't do them justice. The Chargers remind me of the Lions last year. That's what they remind me of. They have the talent to where they could go places. They just got to get it together. Justin Herbert, he's the future of the Chargers. I expect him to do way more than what Philip Rivers did. I feel like out of all the great quarterbacks who have just retired, Philip Rivers is probably the only one I feel like can be surpassed by their by the quarterback who took over their position, who took over for them after they retire. I feel like he's that quarterback that's going to do it because the rest of them, I mean, the Saints, that's a lot to live up to because that's Mr. Stat Sheet right there. Drew Brees is Mr. Records, my bad. Yeah, and then the Steelers, Kenny needs a couple of years because that's a first ballot Hall of Famer. All the people I just mentioned are first ballot, except I don't know about Philip Rivers to be honest with you, but yeah. But yeah, I feel like Justin Herbert, he has the talent. I mean, we're talking about Justin Fields and the Bears who have done terrible all season. But yeah, so I'm going with the Chargers on that one.
Yeah, this game is real simple for me and real short. If Justin Fields plays, I'm going with the Bears. He's still dealing with that thumb injuries. I know he's questionable, but if he plays, I'm going Bears all the way. If he doesn't, I'm going Chargers. Chargers are the better team. If I wasn't biased, I would pick the Chargers to win. But like I told you, I love Justin Fields. That's future Falcon, Georgia native. So I'm gonna go with the Bears if he plays.
Let's see. 8. That's no, Monday night. That's right. Monday Night Football. Lions, Raiders. Honestly, this should be a blowout for the Lions. I know it's probably not gonna be because that's just not how games have been this year. But I'm gonna go Lions. Should be pretty simple game for them. It's the Raiders.
I'm going. This is gonna be very biased. I'm gonna go with the Raiders, the Pirate Scum, aka the Pirate Scum. But yeah, I'm going with the Raiders because I fuck the Lions. Tells a little. They think they're the big shots. They think they're the. They feeling themselves. Because they're running our division. I'll admit that. But fuck them. I'm going with the Raiders, aka Pirate Scum. I'm going with the Raiders doing this one.
Um, why are the Raiders on national TV again? And that's all I gotta say. We can move to the next topic. I don't even have to say anything about that. Why?
Next topic is NBA. They just started the season. I'm gonna go quick recap of all the games and winners of said games. Lakers Nuggets. Nuggets won. Suns Warriors. Suns won. Hawks Hornets. Hornets won. Wizards Pacers. Pacers won. Rockets Magic. Magic won. Celtics Knicks. Celtics won. Cavs Nets. Cavs won. Timberwolves Raptors. Raptors won. Pistons Heat won. Pelicans Grizzlies. Pelicans won. Thunder Bulls. Thunder won. Kings Jazz. Kings won. Mavericks Spurs. Mavericks won. Trailblazers Clippers. Clippers won. And since you guys are really into basketball, I'm gonna let you guys take over because I know jack shit.
All right, before we even get into basketball, I want to talk about Phil today, guys. Phil, you guys don't get to see Phil's whole body. Phil is built like an old school WWF wrestler without the steroids. Like the dude walks into the gym like this, just walking. Bro, god dog. And we're playing, we get into it. All right, first rebound we go for. Because usually when I rebound, I push off the guy to kind of move him out the way. No, no, you know who bounces off? Me. This man is a wall. A wall. And then, because I know I don't have the best hop. So on rebounds, I'm going to have to bump you to get the rebound. Or sometimes I can one hand it like Odell and grab it off the board. But this this was my worst run day of all time. The first time I played with them, it was bad, but it wasn't this bad. And I just gotta get my stamina together, gotta get better conditioning because they play at a fast pace that is hard to keep up with, and they continuously keep playing. They're not, oh, you can't stop and get nothing to drink. No, let's go. Especially like we were playing with Malcolm, like Malcolm, his brother. I was on his team, and this guy, let's go. Everybody else trying to go get some water. No, let's go. Come on. And like Phil, like this man was a paint bully. Like, oh my God, I am sore, Phil. My ankle sore. Like, goodness. So this was an accident. I went up to Pat Phil and I hit him like so hard in his chest. I'm happy about it, bro, because damn, I didn't do anything. There was a couple of times I basically wrestled Phil away from the rim. Like, come on, like what is going on? And I'll admit, I push Phil sometimes. Phil can attest. I've literally flat out took my hands and pushed him. So yeah, and I was stepping on his foot, like I was doing whatever. Phil was just he would not go away. Like goodness gracious. And all the guys in the gym, they were like, "Wow, Phil!" Like they were complaining about his defense because Phil is a very aggressive defensive player. It's very aggressive. It shows, and it was just wow. Like Playing Phil on offense and defense felt like 90s basketball, bro, because it was just like, he is not going to give you an inch. No. On either side, like it was a battle. And I'll admit, I was a little intimidated after that. I was a little intimidated here and there, but at the same time, I was holding on the field because, bro, I was exhausted, flat out, tired, dizzy. There were times where I was just sitting there holding on the field, bro, just to keep my balance, bro, and try to contest. And yeah, it was very entertaining because Phil's a quiet dude, but he Malcolm's brother was talking shit to him a little bit. Phil was like, he wasn't even talking directly to Phil, but Phil heard him and he was like, he started talking back. I was like, wow, I've never seen this Phil before. But yeah, let's get into these games unless you want to have something to say about that.
Uh, yeah, real quick about the Pickle game. First, it was really fun. Good game. I told you, like I said, let me know next time y'all do that. Like I said, barbecue, we all gotta do something together. But but yeah, I had to play like that because I haven't played basketball in 2 months, so I had no jump shot whatsoever. That's why I was just pure hustle, pure effort. But I wanted to ask barbecue. I know you said that you had somewhere to go or something. How where are we looking at with time? So I know how long to talk.
We are on just about to go to 2 hours on the live show, and we still have
Okay.
NHL, and I think we can probably get rid of MLB this week.
Yeah, I'm happy that the two teams I wanted to lose, they lost. So yeah.
And then we have
Okay.
4 topics with the fun show to go.
Okay. All right. So KV, I know I want to talk the Lakers and Nuggets. I want to talk my Hawks, and then the Suns and Warriors because I know those two games for prime time, and then of course my Hawks. What games do you want to?
Uh, First off, I want to talk about the Phoenix and the Suns. I mean, the Phoenix and no, not Phoenix and the Warriors. I want to talk about the Lakers and the Nuggets first.
Okay.
First off, I want to say the Lakers. They play how I expected them to play. They are a team where I know this is never going to happen. He's going to play like this until he retires. If LeBron would just get out the way, and I felt like he showed it some in this game where he would just let his guard be a point guard and he play his position as a small forward more because I feel like that is another thing that kind of takes away from the Lakers when LeBron wants to just take over just play a little more unselfish and the Lakers could be a complete team. Um the Nuggets, I didn't realize how good they were. I know they won the championships, the finals. I thought that finals win was like a fluke. So I told you I was on the fence about that game, but low key, I just felt like they weren't even winning at first. I feel like there's going to be a momentum shift just based off of the mistakes they were making and stuff. And I was like, yeah, I'm going with the Nuggets. I'm pulling for the Nuggets. So yeah, I picked who I was gonna go for. Yeah, not even mid game. I picked it like in the first few minutes of the game. So yeah, and they were like I said, they were losing. The Nuggets are a good young team. They a Porter, I never can remember his name, but he when he first got drafted and his first few seasons, I felt like he was just trash. He had his good moments here and there, but he really stepped it up in that game. He played pretty well. I'm gonna try to speed it up. The Joker, bro. That guy is just who can guard this guy? There's no one out there who can guard him. And Anthony Davis, I felt like Anthony Davis kept switching off of him a lot. He wasn't playing. He wasn't playing him any at all. So felt like he kept switching off. So yeah, and then Anthony Davis, another thing. You didn't score the whole second half, my boy. Come on now, bro. You were talking all that hot shit during the offseason. I need to see some of that. Stay healthy. And if they can stay healthy, they can make a. If he can stay healthy through the playoffs, they can make a run. There's a few kinks that they need to work out for them to have a run. Yeah, that's all I have to say on that.
Okay. Yeah, I picked first of all, before talking about any of these games, it's important to know that it's game one of the NBA season, game one at an 82. So this does not define the teams. This does not define how they're going to be. This is just one game. But the Lakers, they have a lot of good new pieces that I really like. I feel like their team is just going to take games to gel, learn to play with each other, how each other works, what each other likes. There's a lot of good pieces that they added that I really like. The Nuggets, this game really just showed how important chemistry and continuity as a team together really matters. They were just clearly the better team, and they really showed it. Like you said, I knew they were good, but I didn't expect them to be this good, really picking off where they left off. And like you said, Nikola Jokic, that's the best player in the NBA. I mean, I think he clearly showed that. It's something with these European guys. I joke around and say I'm gonna go to Europe and learn how to play basketball because they look so unathletic. It's the most ugly, inflicted stuff that you'll ever see, but you can't stop it and it works. As far as the LeBron point, I disagree. I think LeBron's natural position is as a point guard. I think he's a facilitator and a great constructor of the offense. And with Anthony Davis, he's another guy where he has his own roller coaster ride at Disney called AD. AD, he could be always dominant, and then he could be always disappointing and always disappearing. Like you said, 17 points in the first half, it looked like he wasn't going toe to toe, but anything Joker was doing, he was at least responding, saying, "Hey, you need to respect me too." And then the second half, he just disappeared. I don't know if it was the game planning. I don't know what it is, but for you to score 0 points in the second half, 0 for 6 on field goals is just uh that's just unacceptable. And LeBron at 39, at 38, about to turn 39 in year 21, he can't continue to carry the team every game and be the best player every game. Anthony Davis will have to step up if the Lakers want to have a successful season this year.
Yeah, I feel like in this game, another thing. This is the last thing I have to say about the Lakers. I feel like the Lakers, they came in, they would be down by a lot, and then they'll come back. It was just a lot of flip flopping, and in those last few minutes, Murray, isn't that his name? Yeah, Murray. He turned it on and led his team to the victory, to the dub. Yeah, that's all I have to say on that.
So I guess we could move on to the Hawks game because I'm going to be really quick with that. Um, They say in the NBA to be successful because the season's so long, you want to be dominant at home, you want to be above 500 on the road, and you want to win the games you're supposed to win. The Hornets was a game that we were supposed to win. We were on the road, but we're a better team, or supposed to be a better team on a higher trajectory than the Hornets. We shouldn't have lost that game. It was really bad. Um, I'm just gonna mention Trey Young. He looked like he was still doing pickup games in Oklahoma. He played absolutely terrible. But like I say, it's game one. I mean, of course I would have wanted to win, but life happens. But yeah, disappointed in that, but it's not the end of the world.
Um, for me, I picked the Hornets to win. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. I know I posted it, but my NBA predictions have been perfect this year so far. This first week, 9-5. I just want to put it out there. But yeah, I feel like you guys are both young teams, but the Hawks are a young team that has played a couple of seasons with each other. The Hornets are a team that are very they may have played 1 or 2 years together, but they still have a lot of work to do. Not to mention they just lost that one player. He got cut from the team because of stuff he did off court and stuff. Um LaMelo Ball is one of my favorite point guards. He won Rookie of the Year. I think he's the only Ball brother in my opinion. I know technically all three of them are in the NBA, but one's in the G League, the middle child. I know Lonzo has picked it up a little bit, but LaMelo is the only Ball brother that you can say the hype was real. You can believe the hype. He is as advertised, in my opinion. I mean, the Hawks. I'm not gonna even hate on the Hawks, bro. The Hawks is just they're a young team that just needs to got you can't just allow Trey Young to do all your work for you. Like today, that's basically how I was playing today. I was just letting them do the work. But yeah, I feel like the Hawks, you just can't, you gotta get out of that mentality. We playing through Trey Young. No, go to somebody else. Like that other player, I always forget his name. Go to him. You start getting hot. Other people need to get hot, not just relying on Trey Young to have it turned on every last game. I know it's the first game, but it's just something the Hawks do. They just rely so much on Trey Young. But yeah, that's all I have to say about that.
I guess we'll move to the Warriors and Suns. Like I said, I don't have much to say about this game either. The Suns, it was disappointing not being able to see Bradley Beal. I really wanted to see that big three in action.
Me
But
too.
Devin Booker, yeah, but Devin Booker, he really I think because KD, I mean, he's 35, he's getting older. Devin Booker kind of showed me, like I said, one game, but he kind of showed me that he's clearly the best player on the team now. Kevin Durant's kind of taking a back seat. Devin Booker also showed the ability that he can play point guard and play make and make good decisions down the stretch. He did have a lot of turnovers, but I think he'll clean that up. I also think Bradley Beal will help with that. As far as the Warriors go, like I say, it's one game, but they just look old, and they just look kind of old to be real. I don't like Chris Paul on the team. I don't think that's a good fit, and I know both Steph and Klay Thompson did not play well either. And it's kind of it's on topic, but that's Steph Curry is a great player. Klay Thompson is, they're one of the best of all time. But that's only my only concern about just straight up shooters. And not saying that they can't do anything else, but they're primarily shooters. They're not their team's lead playmaker. They're not their team's best defender. They're not even they can score the basketball in other ways, but they're primarily there to shoot. When your shot isn't off, because it's like your shot isn't gonna be on all the time. When your shot is off, you gotta be able to produce in other ways. Where I feel like and I don't want to say it because it sounds crazy because of who he is, but even still, I feel like with Steph Curry, when his shot isn't going down, he's almost unplayable because he's not a good defender, he's not a great playmaker, and even he can finish and drive in at the basket, but he just doesn't do that a lot. So that's my only thing about that. But yeah, shout out to the Suns.
I will say this: the Suns. Hey, that was the best game of the night. I'm sorry, that was the best game. It was a very competitive game, more competitive than the Lakers and the Nuggets. Cause I ain't gonna hold you. I pulled out my phone and got on my phone during the rest of that game. But the Phoenix and Warriors, I watched that the whole time. And when we get off here, if the Bucks are still on, I'm about to watch them because this is a close game with the 76ers. Um, I will say this. Yeah, they're getting old, Phil. But hey, still got it. They showed it. They showed it in this game. They still got it. Chris Paul. Don't hate on Chris Paul. If my cousin was here, he would go in on you. He used to be a Clippers fan back when they had Blake Griffin and Jamal Crawford, Jordan. I forgot his first name. He hasn't been good lately. That's probably why I forgot. Yeah, DeAndre Jordan. I think. Yeah, but yeah, I mean Chris Paul. I mean, he's getting older, but he's picked it up. He was with OKC that one year. I mean, he did well in the playoffs. He did well. He's like trying to think. He's like Rajon Rondo. He's gonna play, you know, off and on games, but in the playoffs, I feel like it's clicking for him. And I feel like this trio, yeah, they're all older. I feel like they have a chance at winning the finals. Still do. The Warriors dynasty. I've seen a clip of who they feel like are going to win in the next couple of years. Of course, they put the Bucks because of the new duo there, which is premature in my opinion. The Warriors dynasty died, but they won the finals a couple of years ago. It's I've said this. The Warriors are dynasty took a break. That was a break when they didn't go to the finals those couple of times and win. It was a break. The Warriors dynasty is a dynasty that cannot die. They're not gonna die until Clay, Steph Curry, Draymond with his dramatic ass on the sidelines, basically being a sports analyst from the sideline. I mean, really, they had him with the microphone for a very long time. But yeah, if Draymond was in that game, I felt like the game wouldn't have been as close. It would have been close, but I feel like with his defensive skills, even though he whines a lot, they would have been able to push off more to win the game. And hey, this is I feel like this game came down to who the veterans of the league right here. The Warriors are at first I hated the Warriors. When they first burst on the scene in 2015, I hated the Warriors. But over the years, the Warriors are a great team. And I don't know how they do it. I guess their market is very big, but they always have seemed to be able to get stars together to play with each other. But yeah, that was a great game. Yeah, like you said, Devin Booker showed that he can facilitate, get assists, because that's what kept them in the game. I ain't gonna hold you. That's what kept them in the game. I thought this game was gonna go to overtime. But yeah, that's all I gotta say on that one.
Yeah, I know for me, that's really all the games I want to discuss. Is there any more for you?
Oh no, I just want to mention that the Bucks and the 76ers are on 57-44. Um and all I want to say about that is I kind of expected this, even though it's still the first half. In the NBA, it seems like in the NBA, teams are always coming back in the second half. But so far, so good because you got Dame Dollars. Even though he's the worst rapper I've ever heard in my life. But yeah, and you got Giannis and you got Middleton. Yeah, that's another team that plays well together. I feel like that's what makes the Nuggets so good. They're able to gel and play well together. But yeah, the Bucks are another team that I feel like they're good at playing well together. But yeah, that's all I have to say.
NHL, we're gonna breeze through this and then go to the fun show. So we're just gonna talk about the teams that we root for, which are Phil and I with the Penguins and KV because he likes to go against every single team that I like with the Capitals. So right now, Penguins are playing. And they're winning 3-0. I will admit, Penguins have been in a little bit of a hiccup recently. Last 3 games they lost. They lost Tuesday. They lost last week against the Red Wings, against the Senators. They won. No, that's preseason. They lost 3 weeks in a row against the Blues, the Stars, the Blues, and the Red Wings. Hopefully, they can keep it up with this game and win this game. Capitals.
Look like shit.
They've only played. Oh no, it said they only played one game.
Yeah, I have them pulled up now. They've only out of the last 4 games they've played, they've only won one.
It's weird because on whenever I go to that page, it says 0-1-0. So I don't know what that's about. But yeah, they look worse than the Penguins. See, that's why you don't go against my teams. You don't have that as your only thing.
I mean, we have the same record, so it doesn't even. I'm not even upset about it. We have the same record. So yeah, we're both 6-2. I mean, honestly, I'm getting ready. Like I know I've said this, but I'm gonna get my ESPN Plus account so I can start watching the hockey games. It's kind of hard right now because NFL season's wrapping up, NBA season's just starting. So yeah, I'll try to get hockey in the mix there, so I can.
It's in the middle of their season. It's not wrapping up.
What?
NFL.
I mean, yeah, it's mid-season, but
It's not even mid-season yet. Next
it's
week's mid-season.
almost fucking mid-season. God damn it, motherfucker! Let me finish.
You said it's mid-season. It's not.
No, I don't give a damn what I said, motherfucker. Anyways, like I ain't gonna hold you. I love basketball just like Phil loves football. So let me restate that. This is the time of year where I start not to focus so much on football and more on basketball. And so yeah, I'll try to I'll get my ESPN Plus account so I can watch all the games, so I can have more debates with barbecue and talk more shit about the fucking Penguins just because I want to go against barbecue. But yeah. And plus, you guys are on a 3 game losing streak. We're on a winning streak, even though it's one. You guys are on a 3 game losing streak.
Let's see about that tomorrow.
But yeah,
We're playing right now. It looks like it's 3-0. End of second quarter. Or period. Second period.
yeah, we play the Maple Leafs tomorrow.
Yeah, I can't. I was hoping to pull it up earlier, but I can't because I think they're out of region for me. But yeah, hopefully the Penguins can come back from their little hiccup. Hopefully this doesn't direct Phil from rooting for the Penguins.
I mean, he's used to rooting for our losing team, so yeah, he got it. Yeah.
All that's unnecessary. Where are you 2-4?
Bro, shut up! I don't want to talk about it.
And then we're all Braves fans. We experienced that. And then you said you don't have an NBA team, do you?
No, I mean I'll root for the Hawks, but I wouldn't consider myself a fan. But yeah, Penguins are in shambles this season. Hopefully something changes soon and we can get to the playoffs. But a lot of season left. I think we got 80 games or so, and we're only on game 6. So a lot of games left, a lot of time left to start a winning streak. So we'll see. All right, on to the fun show. Hopefully we can speed this up. I mean, it's only almost 9 o'clock, but that's fine. First one, versus series. We're doing a horror movie villain versus for Halloween because we won't be live for Halloween. When did
We
say?
are. Yeah, we're gonna be live for Halloween.
Oh,
Me and you.
We'll be live. KB and I will be live. Phil will not.
Yeah, I'll be in my costume though. That was what I was gonna. I'm gonna be in costume too. So yeah.
I will be too. I'm going as Kenny Pickett.
I'm going as a hippie.
Alright, so first matchup. I tried to match these up as best as possible. I threw in all of what Phil said. Plus, I threw in a few more that I thought would be pretty fun to match up against. Michael Myers versus Jason.
I mean, you're talking about two swordsmen here. These are swordsmen. Even though Michael Myers uses a sword and Jason uses a machete, Michael
Michael
Myers,
Myers uses a knife.
yeah, a knife. My bad. He uses a knife. But Michael Myers, man, that motherfucker is a fucking. He's John Wick before John Wick. Like Michael Myers, I'm going with him in case you can't tell. Michael Myers is the type of one that can get knocked down and get back up. Like he just like he won't go away. Like what the fuck? Like of course I feel like Jason would probably get the upper hand because he has a bigger sword and stuff, but Michael Myers is not gonna go away quietly. And then you also got to put in the fact that they practically can't die. So like Michael Myers is a straight he's a scrapper. Jason is more of a dominant fighter. But I feel like Michael Myers would win this because he's just a fucking scrapper. Like in these recent movies, they're going after him and he's just in here fucking scrapping. He's a fucking scrapper, man. He's a brawler, motherfucker. That motherfucker is a brawler, bro. And I know today I'm letting the cuss words loose today because Miss Dean is back there doing her hair. So hopefully she didn't hear a lot of them, or at least not watching.
She's watching
But
the stream.
how do you know?
She's commenting.
She
said
is?
she can hear it all.
Oh my god! She had finally made an account. She never made an account. Cause I seen this screen name and I was wondering who it was. Cause I've never seen it before. She made an account finally.
Yeah,
Oh,
whenever you
wow.
apologized earlier, she said apology not accepted.
Oh wow. Wow. Anyways, but Michael Myers is a scrapper, man. He's just boom, boom, boom. They're going after him in the recent movies, and he's a scrapper. He would beat Jason. Jason would have to punch
Um,
him. That's how I feel. That's the last thing I gotta say. But hey, Miss Dean, how are you? I'm so sorry. I've been the perfect angel. All right, you can go now, Phil.
yeah, I'm gonna go with Jason. I'm gonna be real. I've seen a couple Halloween movies. I've never seen a Friday the 13th movie. I'm gonna be real. Man, of course, I know the character though. Yeah, I've never seen one. I'm just gonna go off of who I would fear more, and it's something about Jason, man. Like you said, I mean, the machete, the he just has more of a fear factor to me. Like I would be more fearful because can't Jason like teleport and stuff too a little bit?
I have no idea. I never watched any of the movies.
I don't think he can. Not in the movies.
Yeah,
I haven't seen any of the movies.
yeah.
They
I
were
know. Yeah, I know in the Friday the 13th game he can. You know, I don't know
yeah,
how
that's the
much you
game.
can
That's
buy
the
into
game.
that.
Not in the movie. Not in the
Yeah.
movie.
Okay. Yeah, but even still, I'm gonna go with Jason.
I, this is I think they should make a Jason versus Michael Myers, kind of like we did with the Freddy Krueger and versus Jason movies. Even though I heard those movies sucked, um, I feel like this is an actual, real, good matchup. Um, but I feel like Michael Myers would win. I haven't seen the latest movies. I think there's like two or three ones that recently came out. Um, I have heard rumors. I'm not sure if they're true. That Michael Myers does die at the end of the most recent one, but again, not sure if that's true. Um, but I love the movies, and I just feel like Michael Myers. I mean, the man literally got shot, fell off a roof, and still survived. Um, I mean, Jason has been through some stuff. He got his head cut off, I think, and survived still. Um, or I don't know if that was Freddy Krueger or I don't know. But either way, I'm going Michael Myers. One, because I love the movies a lot more, and two, I just think in general he'll win. So this one was a last minute one that I thought of. Chucky versus Annabelle. I feel like this is another really good one. Two dolls going at it, two possessed dolls going at it. Um, Honestly, I feel like Annabelle takes this just because she is like I feel like she'll just destroy Chucky.
I mean, I got Chucky on this. Annabelle, I don't know a lot about her. Was she killing people in her movies
I
and
think
stuff?
so.
Like, yeah, but she was more of a hunter. She wasn't more of a killer like Chucky. Chucky is a certified killer, bro. This man is a fucking Miss Dean. I'm sorry. I'm trying here, but Chucky is a fucking scrapper. Like when it comes to fights like this and UFC boxing, anything. Like when it comes to fights, I always root for the guy who's a fucking scrapper, who can get knocked down, who can take shots. Chucky is a fucking scrapper. He is one of the most popular horror villains of all time. You see him in rap videos when rappers are trying to act harder. They have a Chucky doll in there, or a couple of them, because they know Chucky is a scrapper. He's a scrapper. He can improvise. He just doesn't have that knife. He can improvise. Chucky is a straight up scrapper slash killer. He's like Will Smith character in Suicide Squad. You give him any weapon and he will mess you up. Chucky is like no. Like Annabelle, I mean, yeah, she has her things here and there, but Chucky, in every movie he's been in, he has been a fucking scrapper. Even when he had a wife, when he got his wife, he was a scrapper in that movie, man. Like Chucky's a scrapper, man. I'm going Chucky. I hope Chucky wins this. Who wins the whole thing? Because Chucky's a fucking scrapper. Phil, you're muted.
My bad. I'm gonna go with Chucky simply because I'm more familiar with Chucky than Annabelle. But isn't she based off a real character?
Yep,
Annabelle?
she's the
Yeah,
Conjuring house.
yeah.
Apparently, I mean, my sister watched, I think, The Conjuring a couple of days ago. Um, and I think they said that it was a lot worse in real life than the actual movies.
You know what? I'm gonna change my answer. I'm gonna go with the thing that's actually real rather than what's ultimately fake. I'm gonna go with Chucky. It's not first round.
Yeah, I
God
feel
damn it.
like just Annabelle is. I feel like she's very underrated, especially in recent years. Um, and she's a lot creepier. Have you seen pictures of her?
Uh, actually, I watched a video about it like a couple years ago. That I now I can't recall it. I may watch something else, but nah, I haven't seen it.
I mean, look at that. I don't know if you can see that very
Okay,
well, but
yeah.
like she's a lot creepier than. And the fact she doesn't talk too, she just silently kills people. I think she laughs. I think that's. I think she does laugh, but man, I will give Chucky his props. He got burnt and still killed someone. I know my friend Ryan and I were watching that at one of his birthday parties. Um, but I think Annabelle just takes the cake on this one. So Jack Skeleton versus Evil Coraline. I think there's an evil one. I'm not sure. I do remember there being an evil Coraline. I feel like Coraline takes this easy. Jack really isn't a fighter or doesn't really kill people per se. He's more of a friendly horror movie guy, or not even a horror movie. Like he's more of a friendly Halloween character in general. I feel like Coraline, this is an easy win for her.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Jack Skeleton is no, he's just a smooth talker in my opinion. So yeah, Coraline.
What movie is she from again?
Coraline.
Coraline, that's the name of the movie.
Is the name of okay.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, okay, because
like she goes into like this. If I haven't watched the movie in years because it freaked me out whenever I was little. Um, but I believe she goes into like they move into like a new house. She goes into a closet, and there's like evil dolls trying to turn her into a doll or something like that. It's really weird and creepy, and I don't like it. Um, but yeah, I think that's pretty much it.
yeah, because I just looked her up. I was like, okay, she looks hella familiar, but like, what movie? So yeah, I haven't watched that, but and I mean, he already lost clearly, but I'm gonna go with my man Jack the Skeleton. Like you guys said, I don't think he's a fighter. I don't even know if he fights in the movie. I don't really remember it, but he's just. I'm not gonna lie. When I think of Halloween, he's one of the first things that pop in my mind. I mean, and I know that has nothing to do with the verses, but that's I'm gonna take my guy. Okay, he fight. Okay, I didn't know that. I haven't watched that movie in so long. Did he win? I mean, I'm guessing he had to win against
Dang, she
Boogie.
is really paying attention, guys. Like, goodness. I thought she was doing her hair. That's why I was letting them a lot of that bad language fly. Because I heard her doing her hair and stuff, the blow dry. Like, I was just letting it fly.
Okay, so see, my
Maybe
man
like
Jack the
her
Skeleton,
business and
he can use the fist when he needs to. See, I'm going with my man Jack.
All right, this is another really easy one. Just because I just came up with this very quickly, literally right before stream. As we were actually on the call still, I was typing on the bracket. Scream versus Freddy. I feel like Freddy takes this, and by the way, just for clarification, we're talking about Freddy from Nightmare on Elm Street. I feel like Freddy takes this easy. He can literally like you can't do anything when fighting Freddy. He's in your dreams. Um, I watched literally like 10 minutes of Nightmare on Elm Street, and I was like, nope, not watching this. But I feel like you can't really do anything with Freddy. Like you can't do anything against Freddy. I know Jason in the Freddy and Jason versus Jason. I know he cut his head off and killed him. Um, but I'm still going. I'm going with Freddy.
who was the other person?
The guy from Scream.
From Scream? Oh, okay. He just likes to sit there. He just likes to fucking talk on the phone. Like he like I wouldn't Ghostface is technically was he ever a like supernatural creature at any point? Because they always unmask him like it's Scooby Doo.
I think he's just a normal human.
Yeah, he's just like a human, a new crazy person takes on a role of Ghostface. Well, yeah, I mean, he just likes to, like I said, he just likes to talk on the phone and be weird. Like, he's like a jealous ex-boyfriend, in my opinion. That's how I feel about him. But yeah, I'm giving this to who's Freddy Krueger. Yeah, because Freddy Krueger is would slaughter him.
I mean, you could try not going to sleep, but eventually you gotta sleep.
Yeah, I mean he's a human being. He's not a regular. He like Freddy Krueger. Yeah, he was a regular person at one point, but no, he's not anymore.
Ooh, what would have been good would be Freddy versus Casper the Ghost.
What the what the hell? No, I'm sorry, Miss Dean, but that was the what? No, what would have been good was Jack Skeleton versus Casper. Now that may have been a
Oh,
better
that would
match.
have been good.
Yeah.
Maybe next year.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm gonna go with Freddie. And spoiler, I think I'm gonna pick Freddie to win the whole thing, simply because, like Barbecue was saying, I don't see how you can really stop him because he's doing everything from your dreams. Freddy Krueger is also one of the most scariest people, like when it comes to that stuff, because he actually can be real. Like, I mean, like who's to say, like, if you had a nightmare about him and like he kills you in your nightmare, you feel like you're dead, and, you stop breathing in real. I mean, that's real. Um, so he's the most realistic one. That's why I always think he's the scariest. That's why I don't play around with his movies either. Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, Freddy
So
Krueger's backstory is crazy. Yeah, but we're not gonna talk about that.
I want to go back and watch some movies again, but I feel like I want to watch uh the Michael Myers movies, the Halloween movies first. I've been trying to watch all of those for years, and I just can't get past the second one. So Michael
But yeah,
or Freddy wins that one by a landslide, which I kind of figured. Michael Myers versus Annabelle. Um, I'm gonna KV. You go. I can't choose right now.
I go with my boy. I'm sorry, Michael Myers is a scrapper, man. Even though Annabelle's a little quiet, Michael Myers can take pretty much anything. He can take up anything, and so I'm going with him. I'm sorry, but then again, it's I mean, yeah, Michael Myers has some supernatural ability to him 'cause since you said he got shot by a shotgun. But I was about to say but he's a little bit more human than some of the other people we were talking about. He's a little less human if you compare him to Scream because that's a straight up human. So yeah, I'm gonna go Michael Myers. I'm sorry, I'm riding with my boy. I don't care if he loses this round. Sounds like Annabelle might win this thing, but yeah, I'm going.
yeah, she she is, because I'm gonna go with Annabelle. And really, I mean, you could call it cheating or say that it's really not fair to the verses. But I mean, anything that's based off of true events or that could be true is really gonna get the win for me ultimately. So where Michael Myers, I mean, an invincible, crazy guy. I mean, come on now. So I'm gonna go with Annabelle in this.
Yeah. See, you guys are making this hard on me. You both have very solid points. Um, Side note, if you because they have the Conjuring, the real Conjuring house, they have it as like a museum and stuff, and apparently they took the Annabelle doll out and started doing a TikTok with it. Um, yeah, I'm gonna say as far away from that as possible. I don't want any part of that. Anything haunting me, I like, hey, let's take this super haunted doll out of this protective case that keeps the spirits in and just do a silly little TikTok with it. Let's dance and around with it. And stuff. No. Mm-mm. We don't need another. We had COVID. We had murder hornets. I don't need a doll running around in 2024. We don't need that as a society. We don't keep me as far away from that as possible. Uh, no, thank you. Just that's just a little side note. But I'm gonna go Annabelle. I feel like she could get the upper hand on Michael. Um, it might seem like an easy. I feel like it's one of those things. Since he is human, he has the like conscience to be, oh, this is gonna be really easy, and have that that like thinking in that way, and then he's gonna make more mistakes just because he's part human. Uh, yeah, so I'm gonna go Annabelle on that. So this was another easy one: Coraline versus Freddy. Again with the dreams. And Annabelle or Coraline lives in a dream world ish thing. So I feel like Freddy Krueger. I feel like it's done for Coraline.
Yeah, I'm going Freddy Krueger on this one.
Yeah, I'm definitely.
Especially since she's a little girl too, and she's just a doll. But the evil version is just a doll. Um, Now here's a pretty difficult one: Annabelle versus Freddy.
I know who's gonna win this one. It's not hard in my opinion because Annabelle is a doll. Therefore she doesn't go to sleep. So Freddy Krueger is gonna have to be on his toes because how are you gonna get into her dreams if she's a doll? She doesn't go to sleep. So you're gonna kind of have to like scrap with her, and I feel like she levels out the playing field with that. So I feel like I'm gonna go Annabelle on this one.
That's true, but can't Freddy be in the real world too?
Yeah,
He's just a little weak. He's just weaker in the real world, or something like that.
yeah.
Um,
And he's cocky. That's another thing. He's even though he's has some supernatural abilities, he's still human. He still has some human in him. He's cocky. So I feel like Annabelle would definitely beat him, in my opinion.
I
Uh,
mean,
K,
go ahead.
uh, That KV, you're on fire this episode. That's another one of the smartest points you ever came up with. I mean, I didn't even think about that. Um, I'm not as familiar with Anna. Like, how good is she as far as like like what makes her like what does she do? How does she kill? Like, what's her strategies?
I'm not sure. I'm not too familiar. But I can look it up.
Miss Dean, we said that. We know Freddy is vulnerable outside of the dream world. We know. We know, Miss Dean. I'm gonna troll Miss Dean. I'm gonna troll back since she's being mean to me in the comments. You take it back, Miss Dean. Don't take it back. I feel like we're gonna have a long talk when I get off stream today, Miss Dean.
So it looks like
Yeah,
I think I'm a little. I probably and I'm probably. I don't mean to go off topic, but I'm probably in a little bit of trouble with Miss Dean too because of my language. But hey, let's keep going, guys.
she just she in order to kill someone, I need special. So she kills people due to, because she's a demon technically. She kills people due to accidents and suicide. So she kind of gets in their head too. So I feel like Freddy might be at a little bit of a disadvantage in that way.
So she can actually get in his head regardless, where like kind of KV and Miss Dean were saying. Freddy, he needs to be in your dream to be at his best, at least. And yeah, I guess because of that, I think Annabelle is the correct answer. Yeah, I think she wins.
And Annabelle wins this week on the Versus series. All right. So top 5 Halloween costumes for this year. I feel like Spider-Man's gonna be a big one. So I'm gonna put Spider-Man at number 5. I'm trying to think. Mario might be another huge one because of the new game that came out recently. So I'm
And
putting
the
that at 4. Trying to think what big movies came out. And when I say Spider-Man, I mean Miles and like all the Spider-Men just in one group. I'm not gonna say any Star Wars characters because Star Wars they didn't come out with a big Star Wars. Ooh, I will say Grogu might be a big one. That's been a big one for a few years now, with especially with babies and stuff. So I'm putting that at number 3. Number 2, probably a Goosebumps character because that show just came out and I heard pretty good reviews for it. And the number 1 spot, I'm gonna say probably Ahsoka. Ahsoka's probably gonna be huge this year, because that show was really big. I still haven't watched the last episode, which I need to. And that's my top 5.
All right, mine probably gonna be quick. Number 1, I was gonna say Ahsoka. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna say Ahsoka. Especially, it's gonna appeal to a lot of the girls because Ahsoka is a female, you know. But yeah, Ahsoka. Number 2, I feel like Roblox might be one because of how popular Roblox is still is. Uh, I feel like Screen is always pick is always somebody's always dressed up as Screen. So I'm gonna say Screen for number 3, and then 4, I'm gonna say Five Nights at Freddy's just because they're about to come out with the movie on Peacock. And then for 5, I will say 5. I'm gonna say I don't know. I'm gonna just throw one out there. Transformers. I don't know. I'll say Transformers at number 5.
Yeah, I low key forgot about this. Yeah, so just off the dome, uh, not I don't have any particular order, but just the 5 I think are gonna be popular this year. I agree with Ahsoka, like you guys were saying, with the new series coming out. I think a lot of men and women, it's open to everyone. I think a lot of people are going to want to be her for Halloween. Of course, Spider-Man, like you said, Miles, Peter. Of course, you had the Spider-Verse movie that came out earlier in the year. The game that came out, and Spider-Man is always be real. Speaking of the Spider-Verse movie, I think the spoiler alert for anyone who didn't see it. But at the end, it's like another dimension where Miles becomes the Prowler. I think we're gonna see a few costumes of that this year. Um, Kind of a basic answer, but every single year for Halloween, it's like 15, 20 Michael Myers I see. He's always popular. That's just a popular person. And same thing with Ghostface at number 5. It's always just tons of Ghostface.
Alright. Third topic, Mario Wonder. Mario Wonder came out almost a week ago. Actually a week ago, yes, tomorrow. Um, I got it like Saturday. I got it the day after. And we went to 3 different stores. They were already sold out. We went to Best Buy, Walmart, and GameStop. And even at GameStop, they were like, yeah, all we have left is pre-orders. So if you want to come back a couple of days later, then do that. But the Nintendo store came in clutch, so I bought that. I've been playing it the last couple of days, and man, is it fun. Um, it's probably gonna be in my top games of the year whenever we do that at the end of the year. Um, it's that fun. Uh, Man, I'm just having such a blast. It's so creative with it. The way they did it too, they at Nintendo, they're like, okay, this new Mario game. Here's an idea board. There's no specific timing for when this game needs to come out. Put your ideas. No idea is a bad idea, and we'll implement every idea, pretty much every idea on this board. And I feel like that's a great way of doing things, not only in gaming and game development, but for everything. Uh, like everyone knows by now, I have my own candle company, and I might do that whenever I get big enough and have employees and stuff. I might be like, hey, we need a new scent for candles. We need 3 to 4. Here's a whiteboard. Go crazy, and I'll pick the best ones I think would be best. Um, I think it's just a great way of doing things, and because you know you're being the boss, you don't always have fully 100% input, or yeah, you don't get always 100% input from everyone else, especially from the fans. Um, and I feel like the workers, the people who actually developing the game, I feel like they know a little more, and getting that input is very important, especially like if it's a whiteboard, because you don't want to intimidate, because no matter how friendly you are as a boss, you're always going to be intimidating, especially with workers coming up with ideas and game developers and anyone coming up with ideas, because they're naturally scared that they'll get shut down. But it's just an amazing way of doing things. It's so good. It made the game so creative. There's like an elephant Mario you can turn into. There's singing plants. I mean, it's just amazing. I'm loving the game so far. I'm on World 3. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. When it comes to Mario, Mario is a good beginner's game because it kind of still has that feel of how video games were when they were in the arcade on the little stages and stuff. I don't know much about this game. I know my cousin's gonna get this game. She talked about it. Well, eventually, because she's she's a casual gamer in my opinion, even though she plays a lot of the Mario games. I feel like that $60, I feel like she's very hesitant on that amount of money for the game. So yeah. But yeah, I know she was talking about getting it and playing it at some point. Mario Wonder. I haven't played it at all. The last Mario game was the Mario 8. That was the last Mario game I played. I love the Mario Kart a lot. I grew up playing Mario Kart, so I love Mario Kart. I played Mario in the Olympic Games. Yeah, haven't played a lot of Mario games. My favorite Mario game. I forget the name of it, but it's just forgot Mario. I think it's called Mario Galaxy, I believe. Not sure, but yeah, I like that game. It was fun. But yeah, I'll probably watch some gameplay or watch my cousin play it. I probably won't play it myself.
Yeah, Mario is a game that I never loved because I was never great at it, and I would always die. I always used to say it was just always so hard for me. I've always been a Sonic guy. I love Sonic, but but I am interested in the game. I do enjoy a good Mario game to play, even though I'm not a fan of it. Um, but I won't play it myself unless my brothers get it for our Nintendo Switch. I'll play it on there. But I'm definitely gonna watch some gameplay on it though, because I'm very interested. Because no matter if I like it or not, Mario is such an iconic character in video game history. I'm definitely gonna be interested in whatever game he has that comes out. Whether it's sports game, Mario Kart, actual platform Mario game, whatever it is, I'm going to definitely check it out either way because it's Mario.
Um, we are what? 2 weeks into the Spider-Man game coming out.
Yeah.
Let's get an update.
Oh,
No spoiler update on the Spider-Man game. Your thoughts, feelings.
Well, I'm
so
gonna. Oh, I'll let Phil go first since he's playing the game.
okay. Yeah. Let me know. The game is still amazing. I still love it. I did beat the game last night. Uh, Great game, great storyline. Like I said, whenever anyone can play it, I would definitely recommend it. Uh, but like I said, I don't. It's not really too much else I can really say on it. Like I said, without talking about the game. So all I can really say is, if you're a Spider-Man lover, if you love great games, I mean, this game is amazing. It's my game of the year personally. I guess the only thing I will say gameplay wise, I know I had mentioned I think like maybe a couple days before it came out, how I was kind of concerned about how the web wings were going to work. I didn't want them to be overpowered. Um, After playing it, I could definitely say it's fine. They're definitely needed because of the size of the map, and I mean it's fine. And like you could alternate between whichever one you want to go through. You could do it smooth. I mean it's great game, great game. Really, all I can say. Yeah.
All I want to say is this: the NPCs are hilarious. I sent you guys a video, man. Those NPCs are hilarious. Like, wow, this is crazy. She talking about how she's not a good babysitter and stuff and all that. That video was hilarious. Like, it was so funny. But this game is another reason why I eventually might invest in a PS5. I'm getting close. Don't mean to get off topic. I'm getting close to investing in a PC. I was talking to Barbecue about that. But yeah, Spider-Man, yeah, the NPC is hilarious. But yeah, it's just another game I'm mad that I am not able to play because of how Sonic is.
Um, next topic is, and the final topic is ranking music catalog. So for this, it's gonna be a new series we're doing. We're gonna choose one artist a week. We're doing a week, right, Phil?
Yeah.
All right, one artist a week. Go through their catalog, see what we like, see what we dislike, and we're gonna rank them out of 10. So this week, starting us off strong, is gonna be Juice World. Does anyone want to go first?
I'll go first since I don't have a lot to say about Juice WRLD. Juice WRLD, he's a he's a good artist. It's just so when you say like catalog, like and ranking them, like who are we ranking them against? Like
We're ranking all their albums, like 1 through 10.
oh, their albums? Okay. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna be fast on this. I haven't listened to a lot of Juice WRLD song albums. I haven't listened to a lot of songs, so he has a few good songs here and there to me. Juice WRLD is depressing to me, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. He's depressing to me and a little dark for me, for my taste when it comes to music. But yeah, that's all I have to say about Juice WRLD.
Yeah, right there. His albums. All his
His
like his like World on Drugs, Goodbye and Good Riddance, 1 through 10.
Do I have to rank them? Because I don't think I would give a good enough ranking because I've never
Well,
listened to it.
we still want your input.
I don't know how to rank them. I don't know. I would have to listen to the albums.
All right, let's go on to Phil then.
Yeah, I would have to listen to the albums.
Yeah, okay. So I'm looking at the track list now for some of them. Let me okay. So first I'm going to go with Death Race for Love. Yeah. But yeah, first I'm going with Death Race for Love as my number one for him. Uh my top albums are going to be the ones from when he was alive. It's not taken away from anything the post albums or whatever, but it just just going back to that experience of me first listening to it when he dropped it, and then of course like knowing that he was here watching him then perform it live and stuff. But yeah, Death Wish for Love. This is my favorite album by him, just simply because it has the most songs that I go back to. Empty, Maze, Hear Me
Thanks, Rick.
Calling,
Appreciate you.
Robbery, um, Syphilis. I even listened to. With Who Shot Cupid, I'll go back to sometimes. So that's the song, that's the album that I go back to the most songs from. The next one after that would be Goodbye and Good Riddance. This one and the next album would be kind of close for me. That I'm going to name, but yeah, Goodbye and Good Riddance. It just is second in the list to the most songs I go back to. Of course, we got his Lucid Dreams. We got All Girls Are the Same. You got Lean with Me. I think it's another one I'm forgetting, but of course, great album as well. A lot of songs to go back to for me. Then next, I got Legends Never Die, with as a post. What do they call it? A post?
Posthumous, I think.
Okay, yeah. For that type of album, this was definitely really good because a lot of times those aren't really the best, but I would rank that third. Like the songs I go back to, Fighting Demons, um, Tell Me You Love Me, Come and Go. Those are some songs I really like off of there. And then next, I'm going to have to put Fighting Demons. Really, the only song I go back to, not even really, the only song I go back to on this album is Burn. I absolutely love Burn. I don't know if it's because I also heard it on the documentary and the way they had the song kind of play and go into the documentary. I really love. But that's the only song I go back to. That's probably my favorite song by Juice WRLD, at least right now. Burn. And then next, it's not a solo project on his own. I think it was a mixtape, but it did come out with him and Future while he was still alive. I got that last. I did not. I'm not a Future fan to begin with, and I wasn't a fan of Juice WRLD's performances on here. It's just my least favorite album from him, without a doubt. But I do like Hard Work Pays Off, which is a solo Juice song on the album, and I like Make It Back, which is a solo Juice song on the album. But yeah, to wrap it up, so I got Death Race for Love at 1, Goodbye Good Riddance at 2, I got Legends Never Die at 3, I got Fighting Demons at 4, and then I got Future and Juice WRLD Presents.
As a Juice WRLD fan, I gotta put Goodbye and Good Riddance at top. Unfortunately, I was a little too late to be a fan while he was alive. I feel like it would have been super cool to go to one of his concerts. I was like a year or so too late, unfortunately. But Goodbye and Good Riddance. So a couple years ago, whenever I was first getting into Juice WRLD, I went ahead and listened to all the albums in order, and Goodbye and Good Riddance, just the story that goes through it. Like I haven't heard that on any album that I've listened to. Just like from the intro, like, and then into All Girls Are the Same, into Lucid Dreams, and it's basically him going through a breakup and stuff like that. It's just so good. And then like All Girls Are the Same. He's a basic like intro. They have a fight. They're kind of starting to break up, and they did break up. All Girls Are the Same. He's angry at her. He's saying that she's the same as everyone else. Lucid Dreams. He's kind of missing her a bit. Wasted. He's kind of taking alcohol into the picture now, bringing alcohol into the picture now, which we don't advocate for. If you have issues like going through a breakup or anything, we do not advocate for alcohol. There's other ways to cope with it.
Like ice cream.
Yep, exactly like ice cream. Armed and Dangerous. He's kind of getting over the breakup, but still in there. Black and White, again, back to he's going to drugs to cope, which again we don't advocate for. Lean With Me, same thing. I'll Be Fine. He's kind of getting over it a little bit. Used To, he's missing her a lot. Candles, I can't remember. I haven't listened to it in a while. Scared of Love, sort of missing her too. Hurt Me. He's basically saying how much she hurt him with. You guys get the picture.
Yeah.
And then, so that's my number 1. Death Race for Love is my number 2. So Phil and I are kind of flip flop with those two. I just love the songs. Empty, Maze, Fast, Big, Robbery was a big one. Flaws and Sins, Feelings, Who Shot Cupid, Ring Ring, Out My Way is a good one. 10 Feet is a really good one. Rider, Make Believe, just so many good songs on that one. My third would be Future and Juice WRLD presents World on Drugs. I'm kind of with Phil on this one. It's not the best, but it's also not the worst. it has some pretty good, really good songs. Jet Lag's one of my favorites. 7 a.m. is a good one. Uh, Ain't Living Right. Hard Work Pays Off. Just so super good songs. Then I'm gonna go with the posthumous albums. I think I'm saying that right. Legends Never Die was the first album. I think it's the first album I listened to, or no, it's the first album that came out since being a fan. Um, which even though I put it at number 4, it's wait, did I? Yeah, number 4. It still holds a special place in my heart because it kind of solidified my love for Juice World. Uh, and it's just super good. You got Conversations, Titanic, Bad Energy, Righteous. Righteous is a really good one that I was stuck on for a while. I'm not a huge The Weeknd fan, so I really didn't like Smile. Hate the Other Side. You got Life's a Mess was a big one. Come and Go, Fighting Demons, Wishing Well, Screw Juice, Up and Away, Stay High, Can't Die, and Man of the Year. All really great songs.
Hey, I'm sorry to cut you off real quick, but like you mentioned Smiles. The thing that I hate about that song is like you said, Juice World part is amazing. And then I'm like the weekend, it just that's the thing about those post albums. It's like they try to force stuff. Cause I know the weekend he saw a tweet, it was like Juice, tweeted out, a song between me and the weekend would go crazy. And now because he died, he's trying to fulfill that and make that come true. And I'm not saying that they wouldn't have made a good song, but that was the song. That should have been a solo Juice song,
Yeah.
or maybe have somebody else if it needed a feature, somebody else other than the weekend. It just he didn't fit the song and it really messes it up for me. Like I have to listen to the first, what is it, 50 seconds of Juice, and then I cut it off. It was the weekend.
Yeah, that one was one of the ones they didn't do a good job, in my opinion. I think what was it? There was another one. I think it was Life's a Mess Part 2. I didn't think was good either. I feel like just those two, just harshly, um, and Juice WRLD were perfect for that one. I feel like they like those two. That's it. Um, I feel like that one didn't need anyone else. And we're not like trying to dog on these artists. All artists have my respect, no matter how bad they are. Just doing that and just doing what they're doing in general. I don't agree with everything they do, but it's difficult. Everyone sees it as, oh, it's super easy, stuff like that. You make like one album a year and the rest you get to no. You gotta also think you gotta do concerts, you gotta do tours, you got planning for all of this. You need to have a manager, and sometimes they get screwed by different companies like Ticketmaster. Taylor Swift just called out Ticketmaster a couple months ago for basically stealing money and overcharging. It's so they have a difficult job. Um, it's not as difficult as some of the other jobs, but it's still a pretty difficult job. They have to, and if you have one bad album, everyone's like you're garbage forever. Um, so or you fell off. So it's a difficult job. It's a difficult industry to get into. So we're not dogging on any artists. Just to make that clear. And then my final pick would be Fighting Demons. I feel like this album was hyped up because it was a new album. It was new content for it, new Juice WRLD content for us to intake. But once after that honeymoon period, it kind of you re-listen to it and it's just like some of these songs aren't that good. Again, not dogging on anyone. But some notable mentions are Burn. I like Burn. Not Enough was good. From My Window. Girl of My Dreams I really liked. That's about it. There's a few others, but yeah, I also am not. We're not including any of the leaks, just because I feel like it's not right to listen to leaks and not give credit to the artist. Unless it's my thing is if it's over a year or two old, it's fine, and still hasn't been on an album, it's fine. Because I listened to like 2, that's like 2 years old. But yeah, that's my Juice WRLD opinions. And just to recap, that was number 1, Goodbye Good Riddance. 2, Death Wish for Love. 3, Future and Juice WRLD presents War on Drugs. 4, Legends Never Die. And 5, Fighting Demons. Alright, now the time KB has been waiting for.
Oh, I forgot to let you guys know, Miss Dean was just in here. I didn't call her my lovely assistant like I usually do because she was just being very aggressive in the comments today. She didn't even accept my apology. So I'm offended. We're gonna have a long talk when I get off stream, but I'm ready for this. You gotta clip this too, bro. You have to clip this.
I don't think I have scissors. Just think, normally 1 is enough for me to feel like good. But these are slightly melted, so some of the coating is a little, it comes off on the wrapper. That's 1. So first, these ones are green no, not green raspberry. Green apple, I think. Yeah, apple, blue raspberry, and lemon. Which they hid the lemon down there, like it's supposed to be the last one and most sour. So I think blue raspberry is probably my favorite out of all the Toxic Waste. Just look at that. Look at that packaging. Like it looks like it's not meant to be eaten. Like that does not look natural. Like that's not a natural color.
Quit stalling, barbecue.
Exactly. I'm ready to see this.
All right, you got all 3. Am I allowed to have some water?
No. Yeah, you can have water. I don't give a crap. But you gotta swallow and eat them first. Look at his face. Oh my god. Look at his face. You gotta clip this. You have to. Oh my god. Bro, look at his face. face. God, look at his face. Oh, I think it's turning red. Oh, goodness. This is hilarious.
I think the worst part's over.
Miss Dean said, shaking my head.
Alright, it's all gone. Oh, man.
This is the most entertaining thing I've seen.
Oh. I mean, it's not as bad. Like I said, it was a little bit melted, but still. And I can't imagine these not melted, like not being melted, because it does say consuming more than one at a time can cause irritation. I can see why. Oh. Oh, look. Perfect timing. I think the Penn State or the Pittsburgh Penguins game is over. And Penguins won.
All right.
Boo.
First game of a hopeful winning streak. And Bills are winning at halftime. But Buccaneers are keeping it close. All right. With that terrible ending, we are going to end it here. Again, let me know what topics you guys want. Just text me. And then normally we will do meeting after. But I got to go because my mom texted me before asking if I'm on my way at like almost an hour ago. So, thank you all for watching. Miss Dean, make sure you give KV hell for all his bad words, his no words this week. But yeah, thank you all for watching. We will be back. KV and I will be back next week for another joint episode, both fun show and sports show in one.
Guys, she's back. She's right here.
Miss Dean, we need the video.
Yeah, I told them there's probably another video coming soon.
Okay. All right.
All right, thank you all for watching, and we will be back next week. See ya.